What is going on, traders? Clay here with Top One Trader, and this is the weekly outlook video for April Fool's Week, also NFP week, more importantly. So, and two, I'll go ahead and announce, you may know it by now or not, we are going to have Platform 5 available, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I know you probably missed that. I do as a trader myself. It's what I prefer to use. So that's for non-US people, by the way. So keeping that in mind, non-US traders will have Platform 5 available. The good old-fashioned platform. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So that's going to be huge. We're excited to announce that. And let's get into the news that we have. So, news from the market. Monday, out of the Australia sector, we have the RBA statement. So I think that's going to be a pretty big deal, especially for AUD US dollar, which I'm going to take a look at when we get into the charts. And then, like I said, it's NFP week, so pretty standard week for NFP. We have ADP on Wednesday, Thursday unemployment claims, and then Friday your standard issue unemployment rate, NFP, non-farm payroll, and also unemployment out of Canada, right? So it's going to be a big week, I think, especially for the dollar. So I've got the dollar index pulled up here, and it's looking pretty bearish. So if you remember my outlook video from last week, I talked about on some of these pairs like GBP/USD, how we might be getting some pullbacks here, and which we did. This was Wednesday, midweek. It didn't quite get anywhere close. This is what I mapped out, but so that just kind of tells you how weak the dollar has been. Euro/USD made it a little closer to my target, basically right on this envelope, right into this looks like a pretty significant level right here. Fair value gap, boom, there it is. So that makes a lot of sense. So Euro/USD is looking strong, I think, for a move higher. And then so if you take that with the dollar index moving lower, right? So it's an inverse correlation. Or if you look at that on US dollar Swiss, and wow, it's interesting to see from this high, this VWAP that was anchored on there, price pulling back to that VWAP and then turning around. So pretty interesting moves there. I think we could take note of, right? So yeah, those are the big movers for what I'm looking for. Now, like I mentioned, Canada has their data release on Friday, but dollar CAD looks super choppy, right? Now, like I mentioned too, AUD US dollar, right? Not nearly as bullish against the dollar as euro or the pound. In fact, looking pretty bearish, right? So if we can take a look at NZD/USD, looks to be kind of breaking down. Aussie dollar, though, if we look at this right offhand and we take off our moving averages envelope, this looks pretty textbook of bear flag, right? So there's the channel itself, here's the flagpole, and so if this is one that plays out, then that would take us down to somewhere. Now, generally, rule of thumb is that the follow through is equal to the flagpole, which would take us down to this level of support, which I had marked out last week. So things are lining up there, and it's going to be really interesting and significant on how that plays out on Monday night for the RBA rate announcement. So let's have a great week, everybody. We have some big announcements, more big announcements coming up. You'll hear about it on Wednesday. It's going to be a game changer. But until then, Platform 5, non-US people, and that is launching on our one-step accounts, and then it'll go on our two-step and also instant funded accounts. So let's make it happen. Let's have a great week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.